Rude entitled family tried to steal my items at the airport. I was at Sharjah Airport, and if you've been there, you know there's generally few charging ports that work. So I went to the nice Tim's restaurant and only got a seat at the corner. So this way I could leave my power bank to charge at the working port right opposite me. 3 hours pass, different customers come and go. There was a groups of people in their 20s who were very friendly and didn't touch my stuff, although the port is right beneath the table. Then comes this big family with kids. I didn't notice them sitting at the table and obscuring my view of my items. Then I suddenly realized that my power bank was unplugged and being used by some kid to charge his tablet, whilst my charger was being used by some guy to charge his phone. I just immediately got up annoyed and went and got my power bank from the kid, as I had a 12-hour layover, and the power bank would be my only source of power, as even the flight didn't have plugs. The guy didn't even apologize. He just said thank you, like he had asked, then continued to use my laptop charger on his phone. In spirit of New Year's, I let him use it and told him to return it after he's done charging his phone. I keep on working on my laptop, and the next thing I know, both the guy and my charger are gone. I panic and ask the kids and teenage girls where he went and if he's part of their family, and they go ahead to lie that they don't know him. Mind you, I asked them several times and rephrased the question too. They just lied and acted clueless. The youngest one was giggling amused. So I grab the rest of my stuff in panic and walk around looking for him before quickly deciding to involve the airport security. One of them walks me back to the restaurant and he asks the waiters if there's a lost and found charger. She says no. Then I show him the place where it was and I can see the kids all start looking concerned and whispering. We then start walking to the security room as the cop calls SB on the phone. That's when the girl starts yelling at us as the guy walks back into the restaurant. He had handed my charger to one of the waiters to charge his other kid's tablet without letting me know. Hence why they didn't mention anything about a charger. They started trying to laugh it off like I was freaking out over nothing with the cop, who was also visibly annoyed as to why he would just take someone's charger with him without asking. It seems like the kids called him when they realized he would get into trouble. I suspect he initially wanted to steal my power bank, a 20,000 milliamp hour battery BTW2. I felt like losing it at him. I just bought it new for $55, and he didn't even apologize at all. Such entitled little pos. Edit. Funny how some of the comments went right to defending the thieves. Yup, society is cooked, it seems. For further context, as I said in the comments, none of the ports in the airport we working apart from the makeshift charging stations are like a ports with multiple sockets where everyone just pile dumps their devices. Here is in the gate sections, and of course even harder to keep track of your device with how crowded they get. I have been here beer free, and they had the same problem. The last time I was lucky and got the table, they were sitting at the restaurant. PPL would leave their stuff charging on the wall next to my table, and in the sockets beneath it as they sat at other tables that have no working ports. Never found thieves here before. Never stole from others either. Also for those here complaining about me sitting at the table for 3 hours. First of all, I actually bought food and drinks, whilst most got a drink like coffee and stay up until their flight boarding time. Both times I've been there, I've spent enough to warrant sitting, and in any case, if they had an issue with me, they would ask to leave. So quit trying to find excuses for the thieves.